70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Darius Davis to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 32. It's into the hands of Will Dissly. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That throw finds Johnston. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry-up here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
5-9. Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Dobbins gets it off the option. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 8. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, Britton Covey. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Working quickly here.
18-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. He lets a heater go deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. First down throwing for Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. This one finds Goddard. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense in the hurry-up here. From the pistol, Hurts. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now Hurts. This throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Hurts now from the gun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2. Hurts throwing again. And he gets in. The 2-point try puts him in front by 1. 8-7. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
On the return, here comes Davis. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
He's got a man left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Herbert from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football on the first turnover of the contest. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Running back sent in motion. On first down, Hurts. Barkley's got it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On second down, here's Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll come up first and 10. A play fake now Hurts to throw. Complete out to the right side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Trying to find his tight end. So second down coming up. Throwing again from their own end zone now. Completed to Hurst. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
That's complete to Dobbins. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
They'll send him over right. 2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Headed out right. Now he throws deep across the field, left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And he at least gets him some positive yardage, but just a small gain to the 24. Working quickly here. He's back to throw. Thrown right, and it's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
It's a gain of 12 there, and the Chargers will have a 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Has it down close. Touchdown, LA. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers push their lead to 6. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. Going to the ground again on 1st. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They go to Barkley again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Motion man left is Brown. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Offense in the hurry up here. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Looking to throw. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles come through to tie it in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles take the lead on that successful kick. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back now, pressure on its way. On target to Dobbins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, here's Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he gets this forward to the 19. First down from the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Running behind center with Edwards. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Sticking with Edwards here. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a game down to the 1. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Edwards. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
22, Eagles 15.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Covey now to return this. And look at this return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers make the play that should win them this game.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first.
Second and 10. At the 42-yard line.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He'll throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He gets it away, and wow, he got under this one. It is driven sky high. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he stopped for a net loss on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And it's going to be 2nd down. One final shot here. On the move, headed right. Try and push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. And the Chargers make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So the Chargers take this one on the road.